What if I told you that happiness isn't something you have to wait for, but something you can choose right now, no matter your circumstances? What if I told you that the power to eliminate negative thoughts and transform any situation is entirely within your control? Imagine this: you're stuck in a stressful, overwhelming moment. Your mind is racing, negative thoughts are piling up. What if instead of being overwhelmed, you could instantly shift your mindset, turn those thoughts around, and reclaim your peace of mind? What if I told you that you have the power to change how you feel, not in the future, but immediately, even in the toughest situations? Stay with me for the next 60 seconds because I'm going to share how you can stop the negative spiral and start embracing happiness in any situation. You're not just going to survive, you're going to thrive. Ready to change the way you experience life? Let's dive in. What if I told you that the power to change your life isn't just about waiting for the right moment or the right circumstances to align, but it's about making the choice to change your state right now? What if I told you that happiness is a choice, one that you can make in an instant, regardless of what's happening around you? Imagine for a moment that you're in the middle of a stressful situation and every part of you feels like it's spiraling. What if, instead of getting swept up in the chaos, you made the decision to shift your focus and choose happiness right then and there? The truth is, most people are passive when it comes to their emotional state. They let external circumstances dictate how they feel. But what if I told you that you can actively control your emotional responses? That happiness doesn't come from what happens to you, but from how you decide to react to what happens. The moment you take control of your emotions, you become unstoppable. You see, the reason so many people struggle with negative thoughts and feelings is because they don't realize they have the power to shift their perspective. It's not about ignoring your emotions, but about choosing how to respond to them. When you change your internal dialogue and choose to focus on what's going well, what you're grateful for, and what's within your control, you instantly change your emotional state. The key to happiness is not waiting for things to change. It's about choosing to change your reaction to life's challenges. What if today you decided to take control of your emotional state and the rest of your life followed suit? What if I told you that your thoughts are the foundation of everything you experience in life? What if I told you that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts, and changing the way you think could change everything? Imagine this: you're facing a difficult situation, feeling overwhelmed by negative thoughts that are spiraling out of control. What if I told you that you can stop those thoughts right now and change the direction of your entire emotional state? Most people believe that their thoughts are just something that happened to them, but what if I told you that you have the power to choose your thoughts, your perspective, and your response to any situation? The truth is, negative thoughts don't just appear. They're triggered by the way we interpret the world around us, and if we don't actively challenge those thoughts, they control us. What if you could break the cycle of negativity by simply changing the way you respond to your own thinking? By recognizing negative patterns and consciously reframing them, you can instantly shift your emotional state. Instead of spiraling into frustration or anger, you can replace those negative thoughts with empowering beliefs that move you forward. What if today you took full control of your thoughts? What if you became aware of the patterns in your mind that are holding you back and decided to shift them on the spot? By doing this, you don't just change your mindset, you change your life. The power to control your thoughts is the power to shape your reality. When you change the way you think, you change the way you feel, and ultimately, you change the way you experience the world. What if I told you that the most powerful tool you have to transform your life isn't innate motivation, willpower, or even talent, but the ability to take immediate action? What if I told you that the key to overcoming procrastination and achieving anything you want is simply acting now without waiting for the perfect moment? Imagine this: you have a dream, a goal, something you want to achieve, but you find yourself hesitating, waiting for the right circumstances or the right time to get started. What if the only thing standing between you and your success is the decision to take action, right now? Most people spend their lives waiting for things to be perfect, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for a feeling of inspiration. But what if I told you that action is the antidote to fear? The moment you decide to take even the smallest step towards your goal, you break the cycle of doubt and hesitation. Action creates momentum. When you act, you give yourself the chance to learn, adjust, and grow. You don't need all the answers right away, you just need to start. What if you could stop waiting for everything to be perfect and instead just took action on what you can control right now? Every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to your dreams. The power to change your life is not in waiting for a moment of inspiration. It's in deciding to act now, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. And the moment you begin, you unlock the doors to your greatest achievements. What if today you decided to take that first step? What if I told you that the real power to transform your life doesn't lie in waiting for things to improve, but in your ability to take full responsibility for your actions, choices, and mindset? What if I told you that the moment you stop blaming external factors, the economy, your upbringing, or even the people around you, and take responsibility for your own results, your life will start to change? Imagine for a moment that you've been stuck, frustrated, or unhappy, and you've been pointing fingers at everything but yourself. What if I told you that the moment you take 100% responsibility for your life, you unlock the power to create the life you desire, no matter your circumstances? The truth is, the people who truly succeed are the ones who refuse to make excuses. They don't blame others for their failures. They own their decisions, actions, and even their mistakes, and learn from them. What if you stopped seeing challenges as roadblocks and instead saw them as opportunities to grow, learn, and become more resilient? The moment you stop waiting for someone else to change or for your situation to improve, you take the power back into your hands. What if today you made the decision to stop blaming and start owning your results? When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the creator of your future. This shift in mindset isn't just powerful, it's transformative. By taking responsibility, you take control, and once you control your actions and mindset, you control your success. What if the key to unlocking your greatest potential lies in this simple decision? To stop blaming and start acting. What if I told you that the most powerful force driving your success isn't your plans, strategies, or even hard work, but your ability to consistently take action? What if I told you that waiting for the right moment, perfect conditions, or the right feelings will only keep you stuck in the same place? Imagine this: you have a big goal, something that excites you, something you really want to achieve. But instead of acting on it, you find yours. Waiting for the perfect time to get started. What if I told you that the perfect time will never come? The key to achieving your goals lies in the decision to take action now, even when everything feels uncertain or imperfect. The truth is, most people fail to achieve their dreams not because they lack the ability, but because they don't take action consistently. They wait, they hesitate, and they procrastinate. What if you stopped waiting and started moving right now, even if it's just one small step? The moment you take that first action, you create momentum. Momentum fuels progress. And when you start moving, even if it's in the wrong direction, you can always adjust and correct your course. It's the act of doing that creates success, not the act of thinking, planning, or dreaming. What if today you made a decision to stop waiting for things to line up perfectly and just took that first step? Every small action you take today will compound into massive results tomorrow. The key to success isn't about having the perfect plan. It's about taking consistent, decisive action no matter what. What if the moment you stop waiting and start acting, everything changes? The power is in your hands, and it's time to use it. What if I told you that the difference between where you are now and where you want to be isn't just about the strategy you follow, but about your ability to master your emotions? What if I told you that how you handle your feelings can either propel you to success or keep you stuck in the same place? Imagine this: you face a huge obstacle, maybe a setback at work, a personal challenge, or a roadblock that feels impossible to overcome. What if you could turn that emotional reaction around and use it as fuel to drive you forward instead of letting it hold you back? The truth is, emotions are powerful, and when you let them control you, they become an invisible force that keeps you from your true potential. But what if you could take control of your emotions, harness them, and use them to your advantage? Most people let negative emotions like fear, doubt, and frustration dictate their actions. But what if I told you that the most successful people are those who understand their emotions and use them strategically? They don't ignore their feelings, they acknowledge them, and then choose how to use those emotions to create momentum. Emotions are the key to unlocking the energy you need to take action, but you need to decide how to channel them. What if today you made the decision to take full control of your emotional state? What if instead of letting fear or doubt control you, you use them as signs that you're growing, learning, and pushing forward? The power to transform your life starts with understanding that your emotions don't control you, you control them. The moment you take control of your emotions, you'll realize that you have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. As we conclude, remember this. Your success is not determined by external circumstances, but by your ability to control your emotions, take decisive action, and stay focused on your goals. Every challenge, every setback, and every emotion you experience is an opportunity for growth. It's up to you to harness those emotions, turn them into energy, and use them to propel you forward. By taking control of your mind and emotions, you gain the power to shape your reality and create the life you truly desire. Good luck as you continue your journey of personal growth and success. May you face every challenge with confidence, embrace every emotion as an opportunity, and take consistent action toward your dreams. Thank you for your time today. Remember, the power to create your ideal life lies within you. Keep believing in yourself and stay committed to the journey.